having an analyst is not a good to have. It's a must have.
Okay.
All right. Every professional team, especially in Europe, have analysts. So there are various types of analysts. There are opposition analysts, there are set piece analysts, there are performance analysts, match analysts, and even tactical analysts.
BORA MIC CHECK yang terkini.
Hai, saya Isa.
Saya Yan. Dan saya Mamat. Kami BORA. Steady je.
Selamat kembali mendengar BORA MIC CHECK di Spotify dan juga di YouTube yang ditaja oleh
Revamp Ink.
Yes, kalau anda inginkan perkhidmatan daripada Revamp Ink untuk buat renovasi rumah, hubungi mereka di talian 89620226.
Betul. Okay guys, siapa yang masih lagi belum follow Revamp Ink di social media, tolonglah follow mereka, sebab kalau siapa yang nak mendapatkan perkhidmatan renovasi, kalau korang nak tengok before and after renovation macam mana, korang boleh follow dekat social media, sebab mereka akan sentiasa update the before and after. So kalau dekat Instagram, Facebook, boleh follow di Revamp Ink Private Limited. Kalau dekat TikTok, Revamp Ink. Sila follow guys.
Revamp Ink sedia membantu pemilik dan pembeli hartanah dan menghidupkan ruang impian mereka, sama ada HDB, kondo, ruang privat atau unit komersial, dengan tagline mereka where ideas meet imagination. Jangan lupa untuk menggunakan promo kod BMC atau BORA MIC CHECK untuk mendapatkan 5% diskaun.
Ya, betul. Alright, so termoban, kita masih lagi ada slot untuk Revamp Infak. Jadi pada siapa yang masih lagi nak hantarkan story korang, masih nak hantarkan korang punya inquiry pun boleh. Boleh DM kami di Instagram. Kalau siapa yang nak hantarkan email pun boleh, email to bora@gmail.com. Right? Okay.
Okay, untuk hari ni biasalah kita berterus terang je lah, kita ada guest yang sangat special. Every time kalau kita ada guest, aku akan cakap special.
Betul.
Sebab ada je story yang menarik.
Betul.
Dan beliau juga adalah antara pelanggan Revamp Ink.
So dia kira macam killing birds. Apa?
Kill to bird with one stone.
Yes.
Pecah kau ni. Okay, saya nak cakap yang klien kita ni, kita panggil klien klien kita ni, dia dah berkhidmat dengan Revamp Ink selama 6 kali urusan.
Ya, betul.
Sebab dia cakap kenapa bukan dengan company lain, sebab dia cakap dengan Revamp Ink teratur. So nanti kita boleh selesai tanya dia. Tapi yang menarik dia tentang pekerjaan dia hari ni.
Betul. Okey, kita tak nak buang masa sebab dalam cerita tentang pekerjaan dia. Tadi sebelum rekod je dah banyak benda tu. Okey, kita sabar, jangan cerita dulu. Kita rekod baru kita cerita.
Tapi kita kasih hint sikit lah. Kita tengok Yan Bora pakai baju apa.
Ikut guest aku jujur, ini makcik aku pergi melancong Spain. Lepas tu wisata tu
pergi Spain, beli kat sana.
Wisata tu bawa pergi Madrid.
Beli untuk kau lah.
Ini tag kat rumah mesti ada pound.
Okay, tapi kau minat Real Madrid ke tak?
Dah dia pergi sana, dia belikan aku, angkat je lah.
Habis dia punya size macam mana?
Size besar. Ni aku pakai 2XL besar.
2XL orang sana dengan Asian?
Sana lagi besar.
Okey, kita tak nak buang masa. Okey, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hari ini tetamu kita iaitu Rudie Imran. Company Tiam.
Kita kasih gadget sikit
Muka nampak macam doktor kan. Okey, tak apa-apa. Kita terus pen pada dia. Okey, apa khabar?
Khabar baik, Alhamdulillah.
Nampak cara cakap macam serius
Macam officer.
Okey, bila tadi kita ada sentuh tentang 6 kali bersama Revamp Ink. Itu macam mana? Every year sekali ke macam mana?
Tak tentulah. Tapi kita dah hubungan dengan Nash pun dah lama juga. I think more than 10 years.
Berkawan lah.
Berkawan habis saya tak sanggup nak ada lagi satu punya interior designer. Saya satu je cakap. Pasal nowadays honesty and trust is very important.
Honesty.
And I like about him is and you can see lah, it's 6 times already. I've done my balcony, I've done my house, I've done my kitchen, I've done my toilets. I think most of the things also I've done. And it's not all in one full go. Because we had a plan actually to do bits by bits in our house. And the good thing about Nash is also if there are certain things that's not right, I can always call to him, and then he will come over, and then he will check, and then I had that kind of service where that's very, how you say, very personal. Yeah, so this is something I need in any kind of engagement, especially when it comes to renovation. It's not cheap.
True.
It's expensive. So you want to have something and which is value for money lah.
Okay.
And then at the same time also, trust is very important. Trust is something invaluable.
Okay.
You can all and have all expensive things in life, but if your trust is not there, then it's very difficult for you to commit.
Yeah.
So, I'm very happy with Revamp Ink and think I have few plans also with him also in the near future also.
Cantik.
Yeah. So inshallah I can definitely.
Okay,
definitely
nampak ni walaupun sikit dia punya perkataan tapi padat tau, kita boleh dengar sebagai pendengar ni macam memang jujur klien kita kali ni.
Betul.
Okay, so you were saying that maybe you have in the future you have plans to renovate with Revamp Ink, right?
Yes.
So you can use our promo code BMC, InsyaAllah 5% discount. InsyaAllah.
Ini setelah Rudie ni dah tak pandang lagi lah diskaun. Harga dah members aku rasa 6 kali tau. Ni siap dengan koridor jiran lagi dia buat.
Sebab kalau dia pakai promo code masuk leads.
Betul juga.
Okay, would you recommend to our listeners or viewers to Revamp Ink or not untuk renovasi rumah?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think most of my friends who know me very well, I mean, if they ask me if I have any recommendations of any renovation or interior design, I will definitely straight away give him his number. Yeah, I have no two ways about it. I have no qualms. I'm really good to actually make sure that he also have more clients also.
Okay, insyaAllah.
It's good for him also, and
Okay, so
can get commission or not?
okay, so in terms of quality, like the time duration, everything, semua kira solid ke atau macam ada here and there, ada macam mana? Ada tak?
I mean, all these I think you need to communicate with him early lah. Alright, like for example, most of my I am being a military man, timing is very important.
Betul kan aku dah cakap kan.
So when we plan something, we sit down and then we tell them that this is where we plan to actually have our renovation, because we need to also take into consideration because the school kids coming in, and then we don't want any discomfort. At the same time, they're also living in the house. So you need to have a time where they are also out of the house, and then they also can, do their renovation, without any issues and all that. Because I know there are also complaints about, stories about people when they do renovation, and then the landlord is in the house, and then there's a lot of miscommunication, and then the arguments and all that. So communication is very important. You have to actually sit down with him, and then you tell him your needs, and then most of the time he's okay. Yeah. I mean, we have to also give and take because doing this type of projects, I mean, you need to have a lot of understanding also, because he's also working with also other parties, like for example plumbers, other workers, and also carpentry, and all of them are of different timings. So you really need to have him to do his work to make sure all of these parties come into a certain window so that they can actually do the project properly. So all this communication very important, and I've got no problems with that with him.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, kita nak straight to the point lah. Yes. Okay, di mana bila kami sedang bersimbang, sedang berborak-borak, aku ada certain things yang aku pick up daripada Rudie himself about his pekerjaan. Okay. Pada anda yang kalau anda penyokong tegar bola sepak, ini dia. Khususnya di Malaysia. Lebih narrow lagi Malaysia Cup, lagi filter lagi Malaysia League lah. Beliau bukan pemain bola, tapi beliau bekerja di balik tabir satu pasukan ni lah.
Okay.
Tapi kita macam tadi Rudie pun ada sebut tentang pekerjaan militeri. Kita tak nak sentuh tu. Kita nak terus sentuh pada tahun 2023 iaitu bulan November onwards sampai sekarang lah. Di mana saudara Rudie ni, beliau bekerja yang tadi saya dah sebut di balik tabir pasukan Seri Pahang FC. Pahang people, where you at? Sehingga pada masa tu beliau dan rakan-rakan yang lain ataupun management yang lain membawa nama Pahang ke peringkat akhir final Malaysia Cup. Okay, kita tak nak buang masa. Daripada November 2003 tu, macam mana tibanya terdetik pekerjaan ini?
Macam mana Rudie Imran masuk di dalam pasukan Seri Pahang?
Dan sebagai apa?
Okay. Wow. Ni bermula ni dengan awal-awal 2023 lah. Okay. So what happened is I went to a course to become a tactical analyst. Alright. And the course was conducted by Barcelona Innovation Hub. So Barcelona Innovation Hub is actually an organic university by Barcelona FC. So I tried to, many times actually I tried to go in, but sometimes time is not the essence. I was still working in the army, so it's very hard for me to actually do courses, and then with the time, it's very difficult. But I think my wife gave me a lot of inspiration because as a mother, and she actually completed her advanced diploma in arts, and then she did it, and she did flying colours. Wow! And my wife told me, "Sayang, there's no good time to do anything. Just do it lah." Yeah. So when I heard she said that, wow! Straight away I applied. Yeah. So it was a grueling 6 months. Yeah. And every week there were assignments, and every month there were exam, and then culminating to a final exam, which is somewhere in end of March. Yeah, so I did quite well. I got a 97% in the final exam lah. So I was very happy. Yeah, but on top of that, when you have these courses, it's when you get that courses, your journey doesn't stop there. You need to apply it, and then if you don't have that platform or window to actually apply what you have learned, then there's no use.
Betul.
So I was a bit thick-skinned lah. I called some of my friends who are athlete coaches and all that. And then, and I also found out that maybe we are not, maybe in our region, we are still not embracing analysts yet. Yeah. So, but I still kept on trying to see whether I can get myself an opportunity to work in a club so I can learn as much as possible. And then see how I can value add. Yeah. So, I also got, calls from some of my friends who are also working. Taking the course in Barcelona to, when we do courses, we network. Yeah. So I helped them out also. So I actually did also helping out. And then I learn as much as possible from other people who are also taking in the course. The networking part was invaluable because until now I have a good community of practice with all these analysts. So we learn from each other. And on top of that, I took on courses after courses. So what happened is there was one incident where I think, Bernard Richard Tan, then he was the DY president. He actually called me up to tell me, see whether I can actually help out Nazir Nasir for the Asian under 23 qualification. That was back in 2023. So I helped him. And then basically I'm helping him remotely lah. And then I think the Singapore community of football is very small. So sometimes when you pass around your work also get passed around. So it's very important also in Singapore. We are a small country, let alone small community in football. Reputation sometimes precedes itself. Yeah. So on top of that, I have a cousin who is also very close to Fandi. Yeah. So I think he also had a part. He actually nudged Fandi because that time Fandi was actually with Seri Pahang. He was into his second year and he also needed help. So So when there was a time when Fandi gave me a call lah. You don't say no lah. So I was like, wow, okay, I think I better take this call. Yeah. So Fandi told me that he wanted some help on some opposition teams that he's going to play Pahang. So that was back in somewhere in October. I was still in Singapore and I was still in service. So we had about 2 to 3 games. I helped him remotely, and then in a way he likes my work lah. Because why? If he doesn't like my work, he would probably don't want to meet me. So the next international break, he actually called me up, and then he wanted to meet me. So when he came back to Singapore, and then we had this meeting where we I think talked to 3 hours, and then he proposed to me. He proposed to me to see whether if I want to go to Pahang, and then because 2023 the fixtures were season calendar. It's like one season in one whole year. Only in 2024, I think most of the World League all had to follow the FIFA calendar. So 2024/2025. So 2003, we had last 3 games. I went to, he proposed to me, the last 3 games with Sri Pahang, why don't I go there, learn as much as possible, see where I can apply my, whatever I learned, and then value add. So I counter-proposed him. I told him that, why don't I use this time in November 23, end of the year, learn as much as possible, see what you want, learn about the microcycle and so forth. And then after which, basically it's like my reki. After which 2024, why don't I become your full-time analyst? I need a whole season so I can learn as much as possible. And then he said, okay. Wow, then I was so happy lah. Then we did all our processes, our documents, making sure that even when I was already planning to leave the SAF. Yeah, so just nice I left the SAF, and then just nice I became Sri Pahang's opposition analyst and set piece analyst.
Okay, pada masa tu bila dah dikonfirmkan, okay, Rudie, you can work with us, alright, as an opposition and set piece analyst. Senang kata technical staff lah. So what was your impression at that time when you first join the club? Join the club.
What was my first impression? Actually,
ada culture shock tak?
I wouldn't say a culture shock lah, because I think good thing is because of my military background, right? With whatever resources that we have, we try to make do and make it happen. Yeah. So Fandi told me that when I go there, try to take in as much as possible. We may not be as rich as some of the super clubs, but we make do with what we have. Also, he told me that this is the first time that Sri Pahang will be having an analyst, and the players also will be something new for them, because this is the first time they will be also engaging with an analyst. Yeah, 25 years in the army, I've been working and talking and having relationship with soldiers and interviewing them and talking. Communication shouldn't be a problem because I treat all the players also as human beings and all that as a person. And then that is the best thing is ice breaking. Get to know them, then slowly you can actually help them to become better. Yeah. So when I come in, the first training session, I remember Fandi came and then he actually explained to everybody, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rudie. Then he said good things about me. So I was quite humble. And then slowly I learned about the team, the microcycle and so forth. And I also, importantly, also with the other coaches. Yeah. So collaboration is very important. So as an analyst, my job is not to supersede anyone. Okay. It's basically, I only answer to my boss, which is Fandi.
Okay.
Yeah. And the good thing about Fandi is, and I'm very humble because as a young learner who also learn, he has so much experience. And then there were times when I'm also presenting to him, and then he's always willing to hear my perspective. And if I don't have a perspective, he wants a perspective from me, Then he will ask me this and this and this. If he do this, if he do that, and I also will suggest to him. And then we realize that actually there's certain things that I'm also checking his blind spots. Then there are also certain things that he's doing a lot. And then basically I help him in a certain way to actually oversee the team in such certain ways to help him on match days.
Okay.
Yeah, because as a head coach, analyzing opposing teams takes a lot of time. Yeah, so previously when he did that, I can imagine what was the issues that he has gone through. Yeah, but now he has me, right? I actually help him with that burden. And then he was very trusting towards my work. And Yeah.
Okay, for the benefit of our viewers, maybe you can explain a little bit tentang your pekerjaan tadi, whereby people can easily understand. Selain daripada all the datas, and then you do the technical planning, then you feed the technical design, and you analyze videos on opposition teams.
Right.
Lain daripada itu, buat preparation ni semua, what are the benefits for the team?
Okay, there are actually quite a lot of benefits lah. Now if you look at the football world, professionally, having an analyst is not a good to have. It's a must have.
Okay.
All right. Every professional team, especially in Europe, have analysts. So there are various types of analysts. There are opposition analysts, there are set piece analysts, there are performance analysts, match analysts, and even tactical analysts. So sometimes coaches double up as analysts, but if you have one person doing 2 to 3 jobs, the quality of work sometimes can be very difficult. But you have someone who is focused on that, then it's good. But however, having said that, it's also it depends on the club's resources. I mean, which clubs they can afford all these analysts. All right. Okay, so how I benefit or how do I value add to the team? Okay, first of all, let me explain to you about my work. I will tell you the gist lah. All right. So, say for example, the coming Saturday we are going to play, say for example, a team. Yeah. So before the previous Saturday we had a game. So Sunday will be an off day or maybe a rest day. Then Monday we'll go back to training. But Monday the training will be a bit light, and because everybody is starting to recover. And then Tuesday slowly it's going to pick up. Wednesday is probably the higher intensity, I would say. So by Wednesday or maybe Tuesday night, I would have already present to Fandi and finish up my report to tell him this is the weaknesses of the opposing teams that we're going to play the coming Saturday.
Okay.
So when he has that moment with me where I can actually explain to him, and then he has that advice and information, he can make a whole, collective decision on how to have a game plan.
Okay.
To play against the team on Saturday, and then that comes into his session, how he planned his session and so forth. All right, that's why Wednesday and Thursday and then Friday. Yeah. So what I do is, so what happened is, say for example, if Tuesday was the finalization of the report. So if let's say for example, if hypothetically we are playing Selangor, so I will get about Selangor's latest 4 to 5 matches.
Okay.
So I will observe them into different things. Okay, basically the phases of the game lah. So there's in possession, out of possession, transitions, and set pieces. So basically all these 4 categories, even subcategories. Like for example, in possession, there are various location of the pitch when you can do in possession. You start from the goal kick, you do your building up and so forth from zone A, zone B, zone C, zone D. So I also have to talk to Fandi which zone he prefer. Some people they define the pitch differently. Okay, different coaches define the pitch differently. Some wants it to be defensive third, middle third, and all that. So for every thirds of the pitch, when you progress, the team has a structure. So when we know that structure, we can counter that. Example. So that's in possession. And then there's out of possession. Out of possession, to check whether this team is a pressing team, are they a high block team, mid block, or a low block. And within the certain blocks, different teams press differently also.
Okay.
Yeah, and different teams press differently in a way. Some teams, they want a trigger press. They see the ball go to the side only, then after the whole team push everything, to one side, and then they try to win the ball as fast as possible. Some teams setting pressing traps. Okay, once the ball go into a certain player or a certain zone, then they start pressing aggressively and then they win the ball back.
Okay.
Yeah, so different teams set up differently with different pressing triggers. Yeah, that is in possession. Transitions is when you have the ball, when you don't have the ball, the moment when you don't have the ball, how is the behavior of the team? What do they do? So certain teams have certain strategy. Okay, when they lose the ball straight away, some team counter press.
Okay.
But some team counter press only at certain positions of the pitch. Right? If the ball they lose at the attacking end, then they probably have a counter pressing. All right. But if the team is in the defensive third, sometimes they don't counter press. Okay, they want to reshape and then make sure everybody recycle the ball. So this is also another strategy. And then when they win the ball, what was their first intention? You know, a lot of teams, they get the ball, they recycle, or they get the ball only straight away. They want to attack a direct ball, or you know, they play directly to the furthest forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's different strategies.
Wah, ini kalau aku jadi opposition punya team kan, aku dah tak nak makan tau kaki player. Aku nampak dia dekat supermarket, Rudie Imran ni, aku akan tackle dia. Sebab dia adalah brain yang paling jahat sekali. Betul apa? Dia yang buat kelemahan. Oh, dia study aku punya team lah. Baik aku tackle dia, baru aku tackle player.
Betul. Cuma okay, sorry, I have one question. Okay, so when you watch all the example 5 past matches, right? So do the team have different gameplay every time ke, atau macam dorang constant sama je pattern dia?
This is something that this is the very interesting. Okay, I forgot to tell you about the last one, set pieces.
Okay.
Set pieces, a lot of people neglect it, but set pieces make up a lot of goals. In any league, 30% makes up set pieces goal. You know, so it's a lot of goals. And then if you look at it, a lot of teams pay very little attention to set pieces training. You have 30% of goals coming from set pieces and you have so little time in set pieces. It's a waste. So, you know, it's very important. So, talking about set pieces are your goal kicks, your throw-ins, your corner kicks, your free kicks. These are examples of corner kicks. So, when you set up your corner kick, there is a structure.
Oh, got structure
Structure.
Okay, I want to ask one thing.
Yeah.
Raise one hand, raise two hand, itu apa?
Depends. Some players raise one hand, near post. Some raise two hand, far post. Some raise no hand.
Okay.
So these are all signals.
Kau depan nampak macam masuk. Ini bola dalam. Kalau begini, bola keluar lah. Okay.
Faham
Okay, nak tanya pasal formation
Yeah.
So adakah 3-5-2 ni works?
Okay, I know.
Kau tanya untuk di mana ni?
Kenapa menu rabak sangat?
I personally feel that it's not a question of system. Okay, because if you can play, I mean, it's very difficult because why? The coach, if he chooses his system based on the players that he sees every day. Yeah, you choose the correct system for the correct players. You don't choose the other way around, or not. Then when the whole team don't understand your principles and your philosophies, then you're going to have a problem. So, with regards to Man United, I don't think it's a system problem. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, coming back to the set pieces, right? Yeah. So every team when they take their set pieces, right, whether defend got structure. Yeah, structure can be broken down.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you find out their structure, you can break their structure, and you break their structure, you will confuse them, and then the good part about attack is if it's a surprise element, wow, you caught your opposition off guard. That's the best thing. Yeah, that's what we did against JDT against in the Malaysia Cup final.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't really expecting our corner kick. We scored first. Yeah. Okay. Then so coming back, you know why I have to actually watch 5 games. Okay. Why 5 games? What I've learned in Barcelona Innovation and through all the courses, you are only as good as the last game. All right. So why 5 games? Okay. If in the 5 games, if you see maybe 1 repetition, maybe it's a one-off thing. But if it's 2 repetitions, a behavior or a movement, maybe coincidence. Or 3 times same repetition, I think it's going to be a trend.
Oh, okay.
Trend. 4th time, it's a behavior already.
Okay.
So behavior, there is good behavior and there's bad behavior. Bad behavior, we exploit. Good behavior, we don't want that to be repeated to our team. So we have to change something so that player or that moment that they are so good at, we make sure we don't allow that to happen to our team.
Ada example lah.
Okay.
Ataupun example. And is that how you identify the weakest link in the team?
There are many ways to actually identify weakest links of a team. Okay. First of all, my philosophy is this. There are 11 players. Not 11 players are the same.
True.
And all 11 players behave differently. Some behave well when they're on the ball. Some not on the ball, also not so well. Some run fast, run harder. Some don't run hard. So some sprints, some don't sprint. Some turning is very slow. Some body positioning is also slow. And then some not only in individuals, but as a line. So there's a forward line, defensive line, and also a midfield line. The line cohesion also very important. Example, like for example, a defensive line. The centre back, always likes to jump out of his line to actually come up and then press the forward. We can actually exploit that because as long as we have a centre back who likes to actually jump off his line early, that means there's space to exploit. Okay. So if we know that he's going to jump, we make sure there will be a moment in the game and we try to replicate it in our training where we will force the opposition to make sure he jumps more often and then we exploit that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is when the moment bila kalau kita tengok football match lah kita tengok EPL lah. Tiba-tiba banyak attacking semua on the right. Maybe yang weakest link tu left back.
I agree. I agree.
Kan, that's why macam contoh Liverpool lah kena attack on the kanan je.
Ini semua tiga Liverpool.
Kononnya that time lah Salah mau kanan aja. Maybe the left defender tu left back tu weakest link lah. Tapi but then again they are first 11, they are good players, but then these are probably the analysis punya job to identify those like orang kata tu small detail tau macam ni. So bila you watch all the 5 games 45 minit ke nak kena watch. I mean
I have to watch 90 minutes. Yeah. But you okay, to be fair, actually if you look at a game, right, it doesn't really actually 90 minutes. The ball is in play actually lesser than that. The ball actually goes out and then player go into the ball.
Take slowly.
The time is still running. Yeah, but if you look at the in-game time, right, it's actually lesser than 90 minutes. Yeah, probably sometimes about maybe 60 minutes. Really? Yeah, it's very interesting actually. Yeah. So actually, I mean the luxury of me having a video I can forward lah.
Betul. That's why ada goalkeeper main 20 minit je. Kan? Semua relax. Yang lain baru dia pegang. 20 minit dia duduk. Dia diri je. Provided team bagus lah.
Betul lah. Tak banyak kerja lah. Betul.
Okay,
sorry. I think aku boleh tak kalau kita terus cut dekat the best part yang Asian Cup. Okay. Itu is the high point lah. Boleh?
Yes, boleh.
So aku rasa benda ni sebab macam tadi bila cara dia bersembang dengan kita kan dia cakap Sri Pahang dah kalau salah betulkan dah 10 tahun tak masuk final. Betul tak?
Yeah, correct. The last they went to final, I hope somebody can Google this lah. Okay. I know we went to the final in 2025. The last time was 2014 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, then that final was Pahang versus JDT. And then Haris Harun was playing for JDT. The last Singaporean I think to play in a Malaysia Cup final. Yeah, and then Pahang came in 2025 lah. And you got 2 Singaporeans, alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Yeah. Pahang won 2013 1-0 with Kelantan.
Wow, Kelantan.
Pahang won 2014 with JDT 5-3 penalty.
Ni final lah. You talking about
Final lah. Mestilah.
Mana Kelantan? Gomong.
Okay, then after that senyap. Then 2024/25 lah. So bila pada masa tu, does the management think that with you around, this thing works lah, guys?
I don't know. But the most important thing that I only want to know and I'm interested is what Fandi thinks.
Okay.
Yeah. I hopefully the other coaches also feel the same lah. And but the most important thing, because Fandi is basically I only answer to him. Yeah, so I'm helping him as much as possible. And his words are the most important to me lah. Yeah. So I it was very encouraging and we had a lot of talks and then Yeah, he I mean, we scored a lot of goals with set pieces last year.
Oh,
yeah, and some of the goals that we scored and some of the things that we actually train also. Me and Fandi, we sit down and then I actually presented to him for example Sabah. Our semi-final was against Sabah, and then Sabah they are very good in their throw-ins. So they have a left back, Daniel Ting, Malaysian international, can throw long throw very far, and set piece are very important. With long throws there's no offside.
Yeah.
You can throw as far as possible. You can actually go very deep, and you have to defend very deep.
Yeah.
And the ball drops, second balls, and if you're not prepared for it, you can actually concede a goal very easily. And they have scored a lot of goals, Sabah, through throw-ins. Okay. So before we played Sabah, wow, I actually not only watched 4 or 5 games, I watched I think most of their games, and to make sure that we can counter their throw-ins. And we had a training session where we replicate the moment where Daniel Ting will go into bout to throw his throw-ins and so forth, and then we make sure the positions and make sure everybody knows their role well and make sure how to actually position their body and so forth. We beat Pahang. We beat Sabah. So that was wow. It was like our final because we know that we're gonna meet JDT and it's a very, very difficult team to beat. Yeah. And then having already beat Sabah, and the boys really played very well. We were very proud of the boys. That moment when the final whistle blew. It was a funny incident because why? We actually beat Sabah in extra time. We drew 1-1 at Sabah, and then we draw 1-1 in full time, and then in extra time we scored 1 goal. And we were holding on because one more goal and then will be penalties already. I already planned out the penalties already. And then it was very close to full time already. And then we were all like trying to, the crowd trying to. Then there was one incident where I think Fandi was holding his handphone and then he was actually WhatsApp calling me. Yeah, then I think photographer go and take a picture. Then after that there was a headline that said, siapa ni Fandi kali?
This is the guy.
To be fair, it was in Pahang social media and all that. Then after that, I have to come in to tell them, ini aku lah. This is Fandi's analyst. So he was calling me actually.
Where were you at that point?
I was in all match days. I'm always at the higher level up in the terraces to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Because as an analyst, I need to see a very
full view.
Yeah, tactical camera, I would say view.
But eye view.
Yes, correct. Because I need to see the whole shape of 2 teams. Yeah, at a coach level, it's very different. Yeah. Because it's 2-dimensional. You can't see height. You can see further, but it's very different. But when you see higher, you can see actually the gaps. And then you also can see the lines between defenders and midfielders, whether the opposition is actually disciplined enough to be close or there are gaps. And then all these gaps and spaces are exploitable spaces. So information to pass down to him also is very vital. Because if I know that the opposition left back got problem or he's not very close to his centre back, at certain moments, then it's a very good information for me to actually tell Fandi, and then Fandi or the assistant coach to tell our right winger,
attack.
Okay, he's always so far. Then these are gaps.
Time training kita you guys replicate opposition party punya permainan.
Yes, as much as possible.
So on that day ada tak player yang pressure sangat-sangat macam aku dah tak tahu apa nak buat ni, macam how korang overcome benda tu dengan play macam gitu?
So far alhamdulillah we don't have that kind of issues because all my Pahang players when they train wow.
Yeah.
When I first came in to pre-season when I see them train if just a friendly, within team. I tell myself, Andy, serious, they are going to play like that. I scared when they get injured.
Ini
this is the
competitive. Ini macam menu training.
The intensity is very, very high. Yeah, very high. Yeah, sometimes you have to tell them to, okay, cool, Yeah, then
Sometimes kau faham
intensity is that. Intensity is
dorang hard sebab dorang kau boleh kasih kawan injet dia dapat main.
No lah. I mean the intensity challenges are very high. Yeah, but gentlemen lah. There are certain times when hit each other and all that. Stand up, come up, walk it off, carry on. Steady. This is a professional's work.
Okay, sorry. Satu soalan okay. Because analyst kan, so more to macam set piece, tactical kan. So do you have like bila you dah tengok that in the match kan, you ada macam nak terfikir macam, alamak, actually dah salah player lah. Macam like, do you have the role macam like bila bilang Fandi, kau substitute yang dia ni, tukar yang dia ni, sebab aku rasa dia ni kalau masuk ada chance boleh cover the weaknesses of the opponent. Ada tak macam gitu? Like,
I suggest to Fandi to change our own player.
Yes. Ada tak?
I did, but because it's already quite obvious that the player is not performing.
Jadi you tak payah inform Fandi sendiri yang nampak benda tu.
Then I will basically pass him down messages and tell him that our left winger so and so is not really
performing macam tu
performing in a way that we want him to perform defensively. I think he's making a lot of mistakes. Then he knows. And then he will make the decision accordingly lah. Sometimes, to be fair, because a lot of things are on his mind as a coach, he can't see certain things, and then I have the advantage to see.
Correct.
And then I will take screenshots or even pictures of, say for example, certain things, right? And then I will
send to him,
or second half I will tell him, and then we make a collective effort, and then even the assistant coaches will be there, and then we will make. At the end of the day, he's my commander. We will give him what we see, what's our perspective, but at the end of the day, he will make the decision, and we respect that.
Yes.
You were so close with Bang Fandi Ahmad, right? Did you ask him to come along here?
Actually, I did. But his schedule is very packed. So it's very difficult for him. But he sent his regards to us.
Waalaikumsalam. Tadi dia WhatsApp juga. Sorry, Baisir bro. Like this star, korang enjoy. Okay, nak tanya tadi Abang Rudie asyik keep on cakap nama Fandi Ahmad satu legenda yang paling besar sekali. Kita tahu potential Fandi Ahmad tu macam mana. So kalau satu hari tu Fandi Ahmad happen to left Seri Pahang, will you follow or you will stay put at Seri Pahang?
As of now, I have already given him my word that our next adventure I will follow him, and then he already told me that. So insyaAllah, let's see how it goes.
Tapi bila selepas episod ni keluar, kita ada ramai tau Malaysian viewers. Sekali mana tahu some of them management staff lah,
mesti sampai-sampai
kan. Tiba-tiba cakap I want this guy. So sekali yang offer siapa tau? JDT. Okay, we give you USD, you do this is the amount, I want you, I don't care. How?
I don't think so lah. JT, I think with the amount of resources they have, they always will take the best lah. So they already have about a few analysts in their team already. In fact, not only for the first team, they also have analysts for their second team, third team and fourth team lah. So,
tapi bang, masih ada lagi tim-tim di Malaysia yang tak ada lagi analisis?
You need to have certain type of analysis, but analyst I'm not sure. Also depends on the club resources.
Budget lah.
Also budget. I know Selangor has. Selangor has, and certain teams have. But what they do also depends on what the club wants. Like I said lah, because you see, it's also depend on resources. There are many type of analysts. I know also there are some clubs, they make one coach do 3 or 4 analyst jobs.
Tak boleh tu compress.
It's very difficult lah. You dilute the quality. If you have one analyst to focus on something, the work will be better. Alright, and then the quality is better also lah. If you have one person doing so many things, it's like wow, it's very difficult because there's not much time. There's not much time to do a lot of things. So you need various people in various positions to do their respective roles accordingly. Correct,
So kalau kita nak buat kerja tu nak kena macam face by face, tak boleh nak rojak sangat lah. Itu apa yang Revamp Ink buat mah.
Betul lah. Lagi satu ni guys, pasal Revamp Ink ni yang bagusnya kan, dia tak semestinya korang nak renovate satu kali jalan. So contoh macam Rudie kita ni kan, dia buat dah 6 kali.
Betul.
So dia pun take the own macam time lah. And Revamp Ink ni one thing bagus, diorang boleh plankan schedule korang sekali. So kalau ada masa yang macam korang perlukan rumah tu sebab diorang duduk kat dalam, so diorang boleh plan now demi scheduling semua sui-sui lah.
Cuma aku nak tanya Revamp Ink ni baru-baru ni ada tak receive CDC voucher? Dapat tukar pipe pun jadilah. Kan. Mantap Revamp Ink dapat pakai CDC voucher.
Maksudnya orang bayar pakai CDC voucher.
Jadi kan.
Yang tu tanya
Busy tau. Nyari 10 rumah tukar pipe.
Okay, alright. So interesting interesting.
Okay, kita nak cakap pasal di masa depan lah. Masa depan di mana you know this is your job, and then like a few years down the road, what will you see the youngsters as in analysts, you know, whether they can grow or not, are they just being stagnant ataupun ini pekerjaan untuk orang-orang yang umur-umur you je?
Not necessarily. Actually, there are even younger analysts, even younger than me, and they are 20s.
20s?
Yeah, there is. If you look at a lot of clubs in Europe, they are actually taking in a lot of analysts. But I mean, you have to have your qualifications, your certifications and all that. Yeah. So there are a lot of courses out there, and then you have to also get the credible ones. And also importantly, you have to also practice. Yeah. Then the biggest part is trying to make a name for yourself. Yeah. So, I mean, learning never stops. Apart from me doing my best to be a very good analyst and learning as much as possible, not only from people in Singapore, I'm also learning from coaches. All right. And also learning from fellow analysts I make friends with people who are, you know, social media. They also have analysts in Twitter. So you make friends with them. You know, and then sometimes they have this type of perspective, and then you learn from them. Actually, there are certain things and all that. Yeah, and then data also come. Being an analyst also, you need to also understand what does data tell you. Certain data tells you something. If you are the kind of analyst who has data but then you don't know what it means, you're going to be in trouble, because you need to tell the coach what does this data mean. Example. If you know that as a team, their average average possession is about 65-70% per game. That's a lot of possession. All right. So how are you going to stop a team who is, having a lot of possession?
Okay.
Yeah. With data, you can actually even go down that road where you can actually look at the passing accuracy of the individual team of that, and individual players of that team. Yeah. So if you see a player or three players who has the highest passing accuracy of the team, it tells you something. If you stop these three players, what will happen? Okay. So these are the things you need to tell your coach. Yeah. Example, another one. If you know that this opposing team, their second balls are very bad. I mean, the first ball they win, but their second balls also very bad. Then you can actually learn something from them, and then you can counter them. You can play directly now. You do second ball, you make sure you win, and then you play the ball forward as fast as possible. Example. So all these data mean something. If you know an individual whose aerial duels are very bad, so you make sure you partner a very good forward example who is very good in their aerial duels. Challenge him all the time, and he will keep on losing duels. Then you will win space, and then you get the ball from there, and then let's see what we can do.
Okay, nak tanya satu soalan. Player
these are example.
Ada player pakai sports bra kan. Habis belakang ada benda tu.
Tracker.
What is that?
This is a tracker. So a tracker basically they can do few things lah. The tracker, they can, first of all, most trackers are actually fit with a heart rate monitor. They can actually see how well you actually, your intensity, how much you push, you run, you sprint and all that. There are some trackers that actually calculate the distance where you run, and then where you make your sprints. Yeah, so there are various trackers.
Okay, interesting.
So in analysis, you also need to understand what is on ball tracking and off the ball tracking. Yeah, so the one with the tracking device on the player, most of it is off the ball tracking and off the ball tracking. What you see in certain websites, they can actually produce on-ball tracking. That means when they have the ball, then they register a position in the pitch. And then from there, you can actually calculate your average positions when you have the ball. Yeah. So from there, you also can see what's your average shape. From your average shape already, you also can see whether there are gaps. and then whether your team is really playing narrowly or playing widely.
Okay.
Yeah, so playing narrowly and compressed, very compact, or you playing wide also got issues. Because when you play too wide, you got issues with counter pressing. Because your players are so far away from each other, you lose the ball, then after that, you cannot counter press. Because players are too far. But if your players are very compact and very close to each other, you lose the ball, it's easy to counter press and then you win the ball back. So in football, the beauty about football is whatever decision you take, there's always a trade in. You're doing this, you will trade in something.
Okay.
You doing that, you trade in something. So there's no balance, I would say. Ideally, every team want to be balanced. But tactically, if you do something, you will always trade off something. So it's about how you want to catch the thing that you traded off and then exploit that.
Aku tak boleh makan benda tu. Macam ada tracker, mana nak kantin.
Okay, aku sekarang kalau tengok bola, aku sekarang tengok bola dah lain tau. Aku dah kira bila tengok bola tu aku dah nak cuba analyse. Okay. Kadang-kadang bila kita tengok, okay, dia ni mestilah di sini. Dia ni mesti relax. Dia ni mesti mesti gitu.
Yang relax tu Yan.
Dia kat situ. Yang kat atas tracker dia ada bateri ke tak ada ni? Tak ada kat situ. Okay, ni saya nak tanya sebenarnya last question. Okay, manakah saya tengok ni baru ni very berpengetahuan orangnya. Adakah anda lihat diri anda ni 5 tahun kemudian akan menjadi head coach?
At the moment, I just want to be a good analyst and learn as much as possible. But I don't know what the future holds. I just took my C license, and then I'm slowly, inshallah, if I have the time then and the opportunity and the window, I will definitely take my coaching license and so forth. But I love being an analyst.
Tapi tak pening ke? Kerja macam ni macam susah nak tidur sih. Kena study.
But that's the best thing. Watching football and then you learn about football and then you train for it and then you try to help someone to win a game.
Tak ada bisa tengok bola. I kerja. I kerja you.
But wouldn't it be an advantage as an analyst, lepas tu you become the head coach?
Definitely.
Right, kan?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because we analyze games as much as possible. Being a head coach, definitely it helps. Yeah, because we can see the whole bigger picture now. Yeah, but being a head coach also, depends also the club. If you have resources, you have an analyst, then I would definitely also need an analyst to help me if I'm a head coach.
Yeah.
I can't do it myself. Yeah, so every team now in the club, the head coach, the assistant coach, all the coaches and all the analysts, they are a collaborative team. Yeah, they don't work independently. They are all a team. Yeah. So the best teams, with the better insight, better perspectives and how to solve issues and they are the one who actually have the most success.
Tapi kalau bila manager kena sack, nanti 2-3 akan ikut dia.
Yeah, it's normal because working relationship with the coach is so good and then they understand each other so well. They will definitely bring the people they know that they can work with. Yeah, that goes in life. If you want something, you always want to work with people you know. It's easier.
Okay.
Yeah, and then easier communication because we are so long together. So the language, the lingo, the sensitivity, we know each other and we understand. That's why it's so easy to work with. So ideally we want to work with people we know.
Talking about working with people we know, that's why he like to work with Revamp Ink.
Okay, dalam episod ni aku rasa untuk aku personally aku ada belajar banyak benda lah.
Betul. Macam mana ni?
Banyak benda yang kita tak tahu di balik tabir, di mana ada pekerjaan ni, di mana dia nak kena buat ni, buat tu, buat ni. Which mungkin ada orang tahu, ada orang tak tahu. Jadi kepada anda yang sedang menonton ni, kalau you know about football, then it will be benefit for you lah. Tapi kalau tak tahu, suka dengar, then maybe you can share around with people yang there's this guy by the name of Rudie dekat podcast BORA MIC CHECK, sharing about this,
in depth lah kira.
Quite interesting. Maybe it will be benefit for you.
So macam contoh macam aku lah kalau aku tengok bola, aku takkan fikir macam in depth tau. Aku kan macam pas lah, apa kau tak lari, meripik macam gitu tau. Tapi ini bila lepas aku dah dengar ni kan, dia punya penjelasan, aku macam actually soccer ni, bola ni it's a beautiful thing lah. Macam dia cakap kan, yang ada apa in depth lah, macam tadi macam term yang dia cakap tu lah.
Ada lagi word yang dia mengeluarkan lagi.
Betul lah. Sebab tu tadi dia cakap tadi bila dia sembang kita, ada term yang dia keluarkan yang kita sendiri tak faham. Jadi dia boleh tak nanti bila time record tu kasih term-term yang mudah orang faham lah. Best.
Okay. Terima kasih banyak. We had a good session.
Betul.
Seperti tadi yang diperkatakan, hopefully benefit those who yang minat bola kan, nak tahu tentang analyst ni semua. Tapi before we end, kita nak main game sikit lah. Cantik.
Kita yang tak plan. Kita pressure.
It's just a rapid question.
Okay.
So you just
not sensitive.
no, don't worry. It's about football. Don't worry. Semua kira in general je.
Alright.
We just want to see how fast you can answer.
Okay.
Wow.
Are you ready?
Alright.
Okay, stand by. Now I start. 1, 2, 3. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Favorite club?
Liverpool.
Favorite player of all time?
Wow. A few lah. Pele.
Wow. Okay. Best goal you have seen ever? Best goal you have ever seen?
Best goal lah. Individual or team goal?
Individual.
Maradona 1986 World Cup.
Itu pakai tangan.
No. It's England. I dribble past, I think the whole entire England team, I think about 7 players.
Best stadium in the world?
Anfield.
Yes. Why not? Ini dalam besar. Arsenal ni cantik apa? Okay lah. Okay, home kit or away kit?
It depends. Sometimes away, sometimes home.
Okay, VAR, love it or hate it?
Love it, but you need people who knows how to use it properly.
Okay, penalty or free kick?
Free kicks.
Okay, dah terang tadi dia cakap. Goalkeeper or striker?
Goalkeeper.
Champions League or Malaysia League Cup?
Champions League or Malaysian what? The Super League is it?
Super League.
Champions League.
Dia dah pressure. Dia cari Abang Fanikom. Kau buat apa ni?
Takkan aku nak tanya S-League kan? Kita tahu itu kita yang soto. Mana tahu one day kita pun tak tahu bila anak kita ni membesar kan, sekali main national in Singapore, sekali yang analyst je. We wouldn't know.
Betul, dia balik je Pak Abang Rudie, Cik Rudie kan salam. Cik Rudie dia cakap dulu dia pernah datang podcast bapak lah.
Okay, sekali lagi terima kasih saudara Rudie kerana luangkan masa lah untuk datang sini untuk sharekan cerita yang menarik. Dan sekaligus kita pun tahu saudara Rudie ni adalah pelanggan Revamp Ink. Jadi kepada anda yang inginkan perkhidmatan Revamp Ink, hubungi beliau di talian 8962-0226.
Betul guys, siapa nak follow dekat social media senang je, Instagram, Facebook Revamp Ink Private Limited. Kalau dekat TikTok Revamp Ink.
Jangan lupa untuk menggunakan promo kod kami BMC ataupun BORA MIC CHECK. Setiap transaksi yang berjaya akan dapat 5% diskaun. Betul. Kami doakan semoga Abang Rudie ni semoga sukses dalam karya anda. InsyaAllah menjadi head coach macam mana, jadi analisis yang terbaik untuk menjadi mentor kepada anak-anak muda akan datang. Betul. InsyaAllah kami doakan terbaik untuk Seri Pahang juga.
Thank you so much.
Amin.
Okay.
Alright, untuk Revamp Infak silakan.
Okay guys, siapa yang masih lagi nak hantarkan story korang atau siapa nak hantarkan korang punya email pun boleh. Boleh DM kita dekat Instagram Bora Officials, atau siapa nak terus hantar dekat email tu bora@gmail.com, sebab kita masih ada slots. Nanti kita try discuss dengan bos Revamp Ink dan staff mereka dan juga wakil kalau sekiranya mana tu diorang nak extend episod ataupun Revamp Ink ni, sebab aku rasa benda ni sangat-sangat best lah. Betul. Lagi kita dah nak masuk bulan Ramadan. Jadi kita nak memberi lebih kepada anda semua. Jadi keep sending your inquiry sebab benda ni best lah. Okay, sebab kita nak bantu korang untuk berikan korang platform ni secara semua diinfakkan oleh Revamp Ink. So korang datang, promote korang ni barang kau-kau. Kita punya motif adalah bantu korang untuk cari rezeki. Itu sahaja.
Okey, sekali lagi terima kasih saudara Rudie. Pada anda jangan lupa ikuti kami. Ni penting
Betul.
Sekarang kita dah ramai orang dah lambat sikit following tu.
Betul.
Follow kami di Instagram, di TikTok, di Spotify, di YouTube. Jadi berikan kami lebih semangat lah untuk keluarkan konten-konten yang menarik.
Okay, lagi satu lah. Kalau rasa korang memang suka kita berbual pasal bola in depth macam gini kan, korang just komen. Mana tu kita boleh jemput Abang Rudie lagi sekali.
Kita berbual lagi in depth lagi. Kita panggil Abang Fandi.
Okay, mana tu InsyaAllah.
Okey, dah. Kita jumpa lagi dalam episod yang seterusnya. Majulah sukan untuk negara, majulah sukan untuk negara. Kita jumpa dalam episod seterusnya di dalam Bola Mic Check. Apa pun steady je.
Tak apa, kita steady je. Hidup putaran roda, ada turun naiknya.